Revelation, the Seven Seals. In part 1, the Lamb has opened the first 5 seals, which release the 4 horsemen. The 4 horsemen represent 4 major world events: World War I, the Great Depression, the Holocaust, and World War II. The slain are given white robes and told to wait a season. The 6th seal, which is where we begin, symbolizes the events leading to the fall of the old world. And I beheld when he opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. The earthquake is one of the signs that we are in the presence of Yahweh. In Hebrew, the sun is Shemesh, where water, or people, are surrounded by the tooth, communication. In other words, the highest understanding is gained when all people communicate together. If the sun turns black, then it means that communication has ceased. The sun becomes as cloth made of goat's hair. In Kabbalah, the moon is the law in Yesod. When the moon becomes blood, it denotes a time of lawlessness. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. The stars falling from heaven aligns with the great dragon casting a third of the stars to earth. In addition, there is a promise that every man shall sit under his own vine and fig tree. Jesus identified himself as the vine. The vine cleanses the inner man so that he can produce fruit, because we only build what is in our hearts. Therefore, Paul said we can build on the foundation of Christ however we want, but the day of judgment would test if our building will burn up in the fire. So when the fig tree casts her untimely fruits, it indicates that the fruits used to build the kingdom will arrive early. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Since mountains are symbolic of governments, we already saw how the 4 horsemen shifted the world from kings to the people. However, the heavens rolling up as a scroll has several manifestations. 1. People will fall away from having faith in God. Paul wrote that before the Christ returns, there must be a falling away first. 2. The rise of the false prophet and the man of sin. Paul goes on to describe the man of sin who leads the whole world astray by performing signs and wonders. The man of sin is the same as the second beast of Revelation that looks like a lamb but speaks as the dragon. It causes everyone to worship the first beast by performing wonders. No one can buy or sell unless they have the mark of the beast. This is the false prophet. 3. The pollution of the sanctuary. The man of sin is allowed to sit in the temple of God and pretend to be God. Ezekiel also spoke about Tyre, king of the merchants, who would call himself God and sit in the temple. Tyre wears an ephod of 9 stones, but is missing the 3 stones of Levi, or that of a priest. The priest is responsible for detecting and removing corruption. Tyre has also become very corrupt because of his pride in his merchandise and must be removed by fire. 4. The opening of the abyss. When the abyss is opened, the sun and moon are darkened. Locusts are released. We learned earlier that locusts are merchants, and that the beast of Revelation is actually merchants that have begun to rule the world, controlling buying and selling. The locusts consume everything, ending the daily sacrifice. 5. The Sabbath. According to the law of Moses, the 7th day is a day of rest, and only half the production of a normal day is produced. To compensate, the 6th day has triple production, which should last until the harvest of the 8th day. True to the law, in the 6th day we receive triple production through the Industrial Revolution. But instead of rationing the produce, the locusts cause the world to consume it immediately. Sometime during the 7th day, we will run out of resources. Please join us for part 3, where we look at the seals that are yet to be opened.